really good weekend with the Dallas Open. It's always like really tough for the Dallas Open because there's so many good teams, coaches, and competitors in the area that every year it continues to get harder and harder to repeat what we've been doing, and it takes a lot of commitment from me and the rest of the coaches on our association, which we just changed the team name. For those that were wondering, because some people are still wondering, what is lead? What is lead? So Coach Bruno said instead of just fighting under his specific name, it's a generalized banner where everybody can fight under. So it stands for live every day to achieve your dreams, which I think is a good acronym for what I'm about and what the program is about. So it was good stuff. So we pulled it out. I think we only won the gi division by like a little less than 20 points, 18 points, something like that. I mean, such a narrow margin. I think 2 years ago, I think it was like 3 points. I mean, so every person, every competitor, like everybody makes a difference, and not everybody, like I said last night, so many people would come in and put in the work, did all the hard training, did all the dieting, got rid of the fast foods and the sodas and extra running and some weight training or whatever it took. I had students coming in like twice a day. So for some, they achieved their goal. So it was a great day, a great weekend, because some did multiple divisions. And then some didn't train as hard as they should have, so they came up short of their goal, which is to be expected, because you're only going to get what you put in. And then some gave it all they had and came and did all the extra work, and then they still came up short. And that happens. That happens to me. It happens to the best of us. But there's always going to be another one. It stings. It hurts. But that should fuel you to get ready for the next one, and that's what it does for me. I'm always looking for the next one I can go to or fly to or whatever after I lose. I don't like to sit on a loss for too long. So it was very important to me, to Coach Bruno and the other coaches, that everybody that stepped up, that put out, because you got to deal with the fears and the adrenaline and all the anxiety and all this and that. It's nerve-wracking. If you can't channel your emotions like you should, But I try to help as many people as I could with that, And some just put all fears aside and all anxiety aside and went out there and just battled, And regardless of what the outcome was, those specific competitors that stepped up, we do a special promotion for them every year, So we'll do the other promotion like we normally do for the other ones coming up soon enough. And then, like I said last night, I've had something planned in the long term, a long time ago, for our brown and black belts. At the end of the year, it's going to be a special day for all of us. So that is reserved for a special date. But today, we only had one student show up this morning. I thought we were going to have a few more, so hopefully tonight. But Mr. Jorge Vasquez is one of my best training partners, one of my hardest working students. He gives me everything he's got every time he comes in. He grinds as like I want him to grind, and he pushes me and makes me better. And he's a big part of why I'm successful with my tournaments and competing, because of how hard he pushes back on me. And that's the way it's supposed to work. The more I give to you guys, the more you give back to me, and then we build off each other. So I'd like to move Mr. Jorge Vasquez up to purple belt this morning. So everybody, a big round of applause. Hey! He works in the evening, so he couldn't come in the night class. So I got to make sure I capture George today. So. And again, just like the guys from last night, I know a lot of guys will feel better rolling with George now, including myself, now that he has the purple belt around his waist. So, we have a couple other stripe promotions I like to give out, but like I said, we got guys like Mr. Vasquez and some of the other brown belts that I reserved a special day for. So we'll hold off on those guys and gals on that specific day. So brown belts and black belts will move up at the closer to the end of the year, but this is more focused on the ones that came out to support the team. So I'd also like to acknowledge a couple other efforts that we had out there, which was Mr. Brian Lopez. Hey, come on up, sir.